Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another day with a thick hamster on my shoulder. This little Gojira, she was up and running, and so I picked her up and I brought her out of her cage so that she can say hi to everybody and the day. Not that she knows that she's on camera, not that she knows, anything. She's got a very tiny brain. Her brain is smaller than the eraser on the end of a pencil. In fact, that's probably twice as much brain as she has. But she is a sweetheart. She's soft and fuzzy and wonderful, and when she hears me, she comes running out and tries to see what's going on. So I'm going to put her back in her cage so that she can go to her mason jar and hopefully get some sleep, because she was sleeping and then she came running out. Come on, little one. I got to be careful not to grab her with a claw like I accidentally did to little Cream the other day. Hokey smokes. Scared her to death, and I don't blame her. When she was on my shoulder and I tried to scoop, but with my thumb and this finger, it went like this, like claws, into her belly. And that just, the instinct took over and she flipped out. And she peed on my shirt because she was so scared. And my housemates are getting up and about in there. So if you hear doors and coughing and talking and stuff like that, that's just, hey, that's my housemates are up or getting up. So if people are people. No, people make noises. It has to happen. And of course, you are not your body. But please take care of that meat machine. It's my belief on all these things is we are not our bodies. That your body is a life support system for your brain, but we aren't our brains either. That's the hardware. It's what we are is when they hook you up and then check your brain waves and all that. Those brain waves, that little firing, all that little electrical information going on, the cellular activity. We aren't the cells, we are the activity between the cells. That's us. That's what we are. We're not the body, we're not the shell, we're not the life support system, we're not even the hardware. We're the software that's running on the hardware. I woke up late, and so my voice is not quite got all the cobwebs shaken out of it. I've been talking for a good 5 minutes, coughing and hacking, trying to get everything together, but my apologies. I'm going to be clearing my throat and all that. And also my apologies, I didn't glue my lower plate in today, so I am very, very sorry. Now, one thing that did happen is last night I was out and about on my walkies, and I'm very, very sorry if I tried my best. I'm not really good with people, as I've talked about if you're watching, but I met somebody at a store and they recognized me, and it was like, well, thank you very much. And I exchanged greetings and all that and tried to be as personable and happy as I could. I forgot to ask the person's name. Afterward, I felt like a jerk. Though I'm pretty sure I tried not to be. At least if I came across not wonderful, it's simply because of my social anxieties. And of course, if I meant to ask your name, and I'm very sorry. But it was a nice meeting. It was very pleasant. I tried to be as nice as I could, and they were very nice, and it was a wonderful thing. So if you see me, say hi. I do enjoy it. I'll try to ask your name. I'm very sorry about that, but I'm new at talking to people again. After all the depression and social anxieties, after the death of my wife, I'm trying my best. So thank you very much. It was very nice. It was very pleasant. Very, very good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. And when I went to walkies last night, I went walkies very early. It was just a little bit after 7 o'clock. And so I went, I am so sorry. I went and took the extra loop up to the top of Olympic Highway and then walked all the way down and then up to Walmart and then back. And it was 7 miles, and oh my God, my legs hurt. I am so sorry. But my legs hurt, my feet hurt, I could barely move. It was fun. And then I was so tired when I went to bed that I went to sleep pretty quick. And I've been not not suffering as much anxiety when I go to bed now. And I think that was, again, God's above. I think that was, again, because on the 16th, it would have been the anniversary of my and my wife's marriage, and then on the 19th is when she died, and I was having great amounts of anxiety, and then now the anxiety is not so bad, and it wasn't so bad yesterday either, and that's the days after that. So that part's good. At least I'm past that. It's been 5 years now. It's like hopefully I'm in depression remission. That would be good. They check 5 years, you know, if you're cancer free after 5 years, you're considered to be in remission and cured. The cured in quotes, because you're never really cured, but they check you after 5 years, and so there's like a 5-year mark on things. It's where if you're okay after 5 years, you're pretty much going to be okay. It's like you've got this illness and this disease, but we'll check you in 5 years, and if you're still alive, odds are you're going to live the rest of your life. And that's pretty much the way it goes. Now, the one thing that doesn't work with that is when they check on addicts and how they've been staying sober and all that. They check on like heroin addicts after 10 years and cocaine addicts after 10 years, benzodiazepine addicts after 10 years to see how they're doing. On alcoholics, they check after 5 years to see how everyone's doing. And the reason they do that is because if they wait 10 years, all the alcoholics have relapsed and died. So there's no one to ask how they're doing. So they contact them after 5 years to see if they're still sober. If you are a recovering alcoholic and you are anything past 5 years sober, you are a statistical anomaly. We are such a small number of people. So if you can quit drinking, then definitely take the win every single day. You beat the odds incredibly. I mean, statistically, we don't exist. After 10 years, all alcoholics have relapsed and died. Now, we know that's not true, that all of them do, but statistically, when you're trying to find groups and numbers, yeah, there's not enough people to really group up to get a study. Thumbs up. So take the win if you're alive. It's definitely a good thing. Gojira is still running around. She is just looking around because she can hear stuff going on. And so she's wandering around trying to find out exactly what's making all these noises. Like my housemate who keeps coughing and hacking outside. So I don't know if you can hear it. My microphone is really, really nice, but it's also a USB mic. And USB, because of the way the channels and the bandwidth is not as good as a direct plug-in device. It has to go through the interface of the USB, and that cuts things down. I wanted to see the movie Captain America. Captain America is going to be leaving the theater in town before I get paid again. So I'm not going to be able to see the movie Captain America. Captain Marvel. There we are, Captain Marvel. I've really wanted to see that one. I don't think I've seen any of the Marvel movies in a theater yet, which is fine. I mean, it's okay, but that was the one I wanted to see. I've read, I was going to say I watched, but you don't watch comic books, you read them. I've read the comics and followed the Carol Danvers character for ages, and I'm like the character, even though one of the big reasons the character is there and has the name is just because of fighting with DC Comics. Since DC Comics got the old faucet hero of Captain Marvel, and Marvel, the company, went, you know, we're going to lose that in trademark unless we do something with it. So they came up with the character Captain Marvel so that they could have the trademark running so that DC couldn't have a character called Captain Marvel. So the character Captain Marvel can't be called Captain Marvel in the titles, but is Captain Marvel. And Captain Marvel is Billy Batson, the young kid who yells Shazam and turns into Captain Marvel. He's not Shazam. People call him Shazam because of the stupid trademark thing going on with Marvel and DC. So, Joy. I mean, the war is lost. Everyone calls the character Shazam, and that sucks. But I think it's awesome that they're making a Captain Marvel movie. I'm one of the old-time uniform fans of the character with the weird half cape that goes off to the side and the weird band that goes around his waist. I mean, I like the design of the old-time Captain Marvel character. So whenever they make the cape full length or just like regular looking thing, it's like, no, no, no. It's the weird half cape with that thick rope that goes around his neck and it hangs off to the side. And that's Captain Marvel. So I like the character, but at the same time, it's also too overpowered. I mean, when you make a character that's just too OP, what do you do with it? I mean, it's like you can, I mean, obviously, how long has the Superman comics been going on? And how many comics have they done as miniseries where basically they acknowledge that Superman is a god on Earth? So, I mean, what do you do? How can you write a good character about that? Well, you don't just make the point about the powers. You make it about the character, the people. And that's the same thing with the Captain Marvel character. Because, you know, it's literally, it has like the wisdom of Solomon, which is supposed to be like an infinite amount of wisdom. And the strength of, I can't even remember all the names of the characters, my sincere apologies, all the gods and such, but they're the power of a god. You can't stop that. If a god wants to punch you, he's got like the power, the strength of Zeus. Not as a figurative thing, it's literally. So how could you fight something like that? Well, you don't make it about the powers. You make it about the character, the people. What does this person try to do with these things? How do you deal with that? How do you deal as a human being with the wisdom of Solomon? Which is effectively, you are infinitely wise. You have the wisdom of a god. But, of course, you're also still just this young kid. That's how you make the character interesting. Because it's Billy Batson who's having to deal with all this. And Billy Batson is just a kid. Pure of heart, which is why he's got the powers. And if you've ever read the comics, it is the biggest, most greatest power that this character has had is the purity of heart. It's not that the character has the powers, it's that the character was pure of heart enough to be able to get the powers. Yay! And of course, I did try to do as much thinking as I can. I worked on, well, of course I have. I suddenly jumped tracks there onto another subject, talking about going on walkies again. I've been thinking about my stories and stuff, and I've gotten some really good stuff worked out. I just need to actually do them. I tried to plan on a series of stories on the one person who, my sincere apologies, the one person who has had their body mostly replaced by otherworldly stuff and their nervous system replaced, and they're basically immortal now. But the thing that did that to them is just did it to them for cruelty's sake, and is just left to live and see how they're going to survive in the rest of the world. Bye. And so it's the same character trying to come to terms with my body and my brain are effectively alien hardware. My me is just a copy of another person. I'm software running on alien hardware. Who am I? And so that's what the series of stories is, dealing with coming to terms with being effectively immortal as the world continues to evolve and things change. But he's stuck. And hey, good Lord. And you know, I've been yammering for 15 minutes now, and there's like a half hour of trying to get my throat cleared out. I'm still having troubles. Yay. But I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. Thank you so very much. Hopefully I'm going to remember that there is somebody on Facebook who asked for a shout out, so hopefully I'll get that one done today as well. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Thumbs up each one I read, answer as many as I can, but for now I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. A good comment, bad comment, and a different comment. The fact is you left me a comment. Thank you very much. And it's a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count American Sign Language right here in the hand in front of my face, I still get lost with my fibro, brain damage from alcoholism, depression, and more. I do the best I can though, and I am getting better. So let me call up my Chrome here, and we have. Yes, I use Chrome for this, even though I hate Chrome. Mr. Fugler, thank you very, very much. And Isaac Delaney, greatly appreciated. Janetta Justice, I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very much. Chris with an apostrophe, greatly appreciated. Mikkel Pusari, I sure hope I'm close. Thank you much. My Ding Ding Dong, thank you very, very much. And Kathy Kitscat, greatly appreciated. Goat Pack, greatly appreciated. And Jeremy Jones, thank you very much. Fab, greatly appreciated. Derek Kistner, thumbs up. I'm not going to say thank you because you are very wrong. Bryce is lit, greatly appreciated. And it looks like Corey, but all the vowels have been replaced with X's. H, thank you very, very much. Brandon Lawrence, thank you very much. Sebastian Ferris, I'm going to get that doodle done very soon. Thank you very, very much. And Clicky, greatly appreciated. Metin Yazici, I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very much. Gamer_1, thank you very, very much. And Aiden Spence, thumbs up and thank you. Nighthawk, greatly appreciated. Jamie Chorus, I sure hope. Thank you very, very much. And Joshua Berner, another unpleasant person. And Tom Haynes, greatly appreciated. Looks like ZXMI, I don't know how to pronounce that, K, thank you very, very much. And last but not least, Javiera, Viero? Oh, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much, and I'm so sorry I slaughtered your name. Thank you, each and every one of you, for getting me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. And number 26, Nick Barton, off Facebook. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. Definitely cool, and as stated, very appreciated. Even the people that leave comments that are misinformed and foolish and backwards and all that. The fact is, you left a comment, you took the time to leave your incorrect opinion, but that's okay. I mean, my opinion's no better. Don't get me wrong there. I'm under no illusions. My opinion is no better than anybody else's, except for a few things like healthcare stuff and things that I've been directly involved in and have a bit of knowledge of. Like healthcare stuff, you should take me with more than a grain of salt. But any other opinion, it's just an opinion. If you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get for my assistance. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool, extremely awesome. I would understand if you did not wish to. I mean, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time, which, when I die, the universe is going to come to a crashing halt. So hopefully that'll be longer than next Tuesday. So I've got this done today. I've got a game video that I have to edit and render, and then hopefully I'm going to get something else done. If I can get done in time without falling asleep, I'm going to get the camera out on a walkies video. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing.